that last episode was nuts, bro. Like, I feel like before you dive into episode 4 or anybody touches episode 4, you need to see episode 3 because that just show you the range of the podcast, man.
But
Like,
you would want to see it in order though, anyway. So
it's true,
it'd
but
be
you know
crazy, like
something,
how you jump from 2 to 4.
bro. People be doing some wild stuff, bro. I did that with some podcasts before. I'm like, because I see like the headline, I'm like, I want to see this because this sounds interesting, and then I go back and see the other ones, but. Yeah, that M3 podcast is going to go down as legendary.
The three.
For sure. Yeah, man. So, hold on, let me open this right now. What up, fam, and welcome to Real Live episode 4 with DJ and Sean. What the? Mess that joint up, bro. I'm over here messing up the opening and everything, but they get the vibes. So, this
Mess it up.
because I said Real Live episode 4 with DJ and Sean, bro. Supposed to be with DJ and Sean and then episode 4, but it's all good, man.
Either way it comes, it don't even matter. But still, hey, look, either way you turn it, twist it, whatever, it's still gonna be the same thing. Episode 4, Real Live, DJ Sean, Real Live, episode 4, same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same.
Hey, bro, hold on. Before I even dive into this drink, bro, what was Kia when she heard episode 3, bro? What did she say?
Bro, I ain't let her listen to it, but I told her certain stuff that was going on in that joint that we talked about.
Yeah.
But she ain't say nothing. She just laughed for real. She was just laughing. But that's all she ain't really like was like, oh, let me listen to it. Let me listen, like on my back or nothing like that. But she was she heard some of the stuff that I was saying that was in it, and she was just like, oh yeah, that's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny. Then certain parts I was telling her, especially with the outside the car by the mailbox.
Oh man,
she was like, you know, we got caught a couple times. I was like, bro, you ain't supposed to say that out loud. Right? Take us to your grave. I ain't say that on the pod, but now it's on the pod.
Yeah, bro, you didn't put it in now.
Yeah, it don't even matter now.
Yeah. All right, and we right back at it, man. Had some technical difficulties real quick with the microphone, but we all good to go, man. So yeah, my mental health check, I'm doing good, man. It's been actually like a kind of slow week. Hopefully it don't get like hectic towards the end. All my team is out. It's just me. A lonely PM holding it down for a minute, bro. But it's been cool, bro. Shanique ain't tripping. My birthday coming up, so I'm like in good spirits. But what if she don't give me nothing for my birthday? That'll be the problem.
Got anything planned?
Bro, we supposed to be going to New York? No. Somewhere, bro. I can't remember, bro. Oh no, we going to the spa. That's what it was. We're supposed to be going to New York at first, but now we going to the spa.
What's so significant about the spa?
Just vibe, just chill out.
I'll get a massage and stuff.
Yeah, man. It's out at this place called Lansdowne. I think it's out of Virginia somewhere. It's like a resort and spa type joint. So we're gonna be out there for a couple of days, just chill out up there.
Did you plan that or she planned that?
She playing that joint. Yeah, I don't like doing too much. Like my birthday cool, but I'm broke, bro, so I can't really do too much on my birthday. What you mean?
What you mean what I mean? You got money, supposed to be broke.
Nah, bro. Nah, man.
That's
definitely.
Cap. So much
definitely.
Cap. Why change from New York? Why y'all ain't going to New York no more?
Because vaccination stuff, which is crazy because I think all the mandates are starting to drop. Because what we was going to do is going to go to the Harry Potter store up there.
The hoop store?
The Harry Potter store, bro. You know the vibes,
God,
man. You know the vibes, man.
No, you one of them?
Yes, bro. Big Ravenclaw vibes over here.
I don't even know what that is. That sounds like a porn name.
Hey, I mean it could be, bro.
Oh my God.
Hey, bro.
Well, yeah, I heard about the mandates being lifted too, because I saw something about I think the mayor saying something, because Kyrie, he only play away games. He don't play no home games because he's not vaccinated.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't even enter the arena if you ain't vaccinated. So I think the mayor is supposed to be lifting that. I don't know for sure, but I keep hearing that. But that's crazy.
It's coming down the pipeline. The school just lifted it out in my area. Schools, buses, no masks required at all. So yeah, we'll see. maybe the cases will start spiking again. I don't know. Maybe not. We might be past it.
But you know, Texas been like that.
No mask. Oh, that's right. Y'all did it months ago. Yeah, what was it? Abbott, I think his name is.
It's been like that, bro. Like we came down here last July.
What's the rates out there? What's the rates in Texas? They low?
I don't know. I mean, shit.
I guess so.
Don't ask me. I'm good. So I'm good.
Hold on,
good.
bro. I thought you just had that drink though, bro?
Bro, a couple of months ago, but it was the back end of COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like how, the different strands. Like the first COVID that I had was January 2020, and that joint was crazy. That was like the best strand of that joint that was going to take you out type of thing. Like I was down for like 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
But the joint I just had, it wasn't bad, and I'm not even vaccinated, but it's not bad. Like it was like, I mean, like you said, people say like long as you take your vitamins and practice natural immunity, like you should be good. But
yeah,
I do that shit every day. Take my vitamins every day. But yeah, it wasn't that bad, bro. Just stuffy nose, a little slight headache, but it ain't last long. It literally like only lasted like 3 days, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
and it was slight, like it was nothing heavy, like to put you down type of thing.
Right. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, you had the COVID light the second time around.
That's what they call it, COVID light.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But what about to say? You was talking about earlier about like you having congestion since you've been down that joint. It's the environment change, man. You gotta talk to Kev, man. That's our podcast medicine man. You gotta talk to him, bro. He know all the remedies, bro, to get you straight, bro.
He sent them joints to me. They all in my Amazon cart. But like I said, the stuff that he told me that I should be taking, like vitamin D, elderberry, shit for your immune system. What else? What else I take? I take ashwagandha, but that's something totally different. But I take so I take those a day. Like I take my multivitamins, which got everything in it. Yeah. And then I take the vitamin D gummy that got extra vitamin D in it. And then I take the elderberries gummies and stuff like that. So that's every day. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So you sharp on your joint now.
Yeah, every day, bro. Like I don't play no games. And now it's like the whole vaccine thing is like being like they trying to brush it away now. Like, oh yeah, like they don't know if this actually the vaccine is actually effective and shit like that. Like certain stuff like that, bro. I was just like, that's crazy to me, man. Now y'all coming out with this saying it ain't that effective. They don't know. They don't even know if it works and stuff like that.
Bro, they knew it from the get go, bro. The people that was saying this, like they was quoted as being conspiracy theorists. And now they turn around, now they releasing, information saying that, yeah, it does in fact not work the way we thought it did. It's like, wow, okay. What did I actually put in me? Like, what am I doing? Like, what was the purpose of this?
Shout out to anybody that got it. I'm not knocking it. Y'all do y'all thing. I pray for you because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's the outcome. I know I saw something the other day. So a lady had got it, and now she don't even have her period or some shit like that. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't know, but I don't know if it's from the vaccine. I don't know if it's like a body thing, like that's going to happen over time. But I'm not too up to date with the whole.
We gonna turn, bro. We gonna turn zombie.
Yeah,
yeah, me, bro, because I got that joint, bro. I was forced. I was forced
because it worked,
bro. But no, not for work. My wife, bro, she was like, yeah, she started putting ultimatums in place. You know how that go, bro.
Wait, what's the ultimatum?
You know what ultimatum.
Oh, you can't get none if.
I'm like, bro, she started wilding.
You can't get none if you don't get this vaccine, boy.
She's like, everybody else got it. I got it. Your mom got it. Your grandparents got it. She's like, you need to do it. It's not right that she's like, so you want me to die? So if you saying that the vaccine gonna kill you, so basically you don't care if I die? You want me to die alone? I'm like, I mean,
Yeah, you are.
Let me stop.
You are.
I was like, bro, I'm just tired of hearing it. I'll just go get it, man. I gotta go out of here someday. So if it's about a vaccine, whatever.
Did you get the booster?
No. Now that I'm not doing. Nah. That's like doubling down on ignorance in that case. I didn't want to get the first one, so I'm definitely not about to go back and get a booster. Nah, I'm good, bro. It don't work. I don't think it's doing anything. It's just a placebo at this point. So
I'm hearing that like you have to have multiple boosters now.
Bro, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, bro.
I think they say every time a strand come out, they got a booster for it or something like that. I don't know, bro. Like I really don't follow it. I should more, but I mean, I know the surface level of it. Like, I'm good. Like, I mean, I survived both, and I wasn't vaccinated the first time I had COVID,
Right.
and I wasn't vaccinated the second time I had it, and
Exactly.
and the second one was light, like you said, it was real light. So, I mean, and
I
then you
could be
know we,
walking.
huh?
I said I could be walking around. I could be immune to that joint, bro. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't even know.
Yeah, but they say like, so the first time I had it, they say like, if you had it, you know, you'll have the antibodies in your body. You know what I'm saying? So you will know how to react. Your body will know how to react the next time you catch it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what happened the second time I caught it. I don't know. But I don't know if it was that or whether it was just a light COVID. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I'm not a specialist in that, but I just know I'm not vaccinated and it wasn't bad. Like it was literally only 3 days.
Bro, and let's talk, since we talking about like current news, current events, bro. Have you been watching what's going on out there in Ukraine?
Yeah, bro.
It is wild out that joint, bro. Like they literally handing guns to the civilians and like, hey, go defend your country, bro. It's your time.
They got these athletes doing that shit. Like the Ukrainian athletes, they out there with weapons and stuff, like front line type.
Did you know one of the Klitschko brothers was
I don't even know who that is.
What, bro? He's a boxer, bro, a heavyweight boxer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have seen that somewhere.
Bro,
And
what?
he's going to defend his country.
I think he's been the mayor over there in one of the spots in Ukraine for a long time, bro. And I may be wrong, so somebody probably gonna kill me in the comments. But like, he's the mayor or something over there, and yeah, he's about to put in work.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
How you
man.
come from boxing to defending your country like that? Like
Because
if he's a mayor, then you know he been doing his mayor work. But I'm saying like just imagine, bro, your whole life you've been boxing. Like you grew up boxing. Like that's all you know. And then you become a mayor. Now you got to defend your country from a war. And you know Russia is like a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Russia is wilding out, man. Like, prayers out to the Ukraine folks. And hopefully they get through that and they can come to some peace. But it don't look like it's coming. It look like they send out another convoy from Russia in the Ukraine right now, and it's about to heat up.
I think I heard something about they bombed something recently. Like Russia bombed. No, I think it was like one of their buildings, like and they killed
some
thousands of civilians. Yeah,
it was like one of their residential buildings. I heard about that. I always do like my catch ups in the morning with my like CNN updates, whatever, and just catch up. Yeah, they did. It's wild, man. But like, you know what I'm saying?
But just imagine though, like, just imagine like you. This is your everyday, you everyday life type of thing, like just everyday life, like you know, wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, wash your face, do your daily routine, go to work, you know, or drop off the kids, go to work, pick up the kids, go home, eat dinner, go to bed, same thing over again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just imagine they now have to defend their country. You know what I'm saying? Like the men have to go and defend their country. That's how it is now. Like just imagine, bro. Like just if that was like the U.S., just imagine.
Bro, the U.S. would be in trouble. The U.S. would be in trouble, bro. Like I feel like the people. So it's a difference between owning a gun and being proficient with a gun. So I think we'll be in trouble, bro. Half these people are on the side of, oh, I don't think anybody needs to have guns but the police. And then you got the other people who are just gun owners and just have them sitting in the safe and never use them. And then like the small minority of people is like that have weapons and are proficient with them and can actually, you know, combat a threat. So I don't know. I don't think we fare too well in that aspect, bro. Like these other countries, like some of these other countries that's like been through war and little small skirmishes, like their population is probably like on the edge on a regular basis. So like they're ready at any given time, you know what I'm saying, with the smoke. So I don't know. US we too pampered, bro. I don't think we would fare well. Like the regular civilians in that aspect, man. But I may be wrong. Maybe my toxic mindset on that. But what about to say?
They said they hit a government building, in the second largest city in Ukraine.
But see, this is another
It's
part of
crazy,
the
bro.
Ukraine joint, bro. I'm sitting here sending prayers to Ukraine, but on the same side, bro, there's another takeaway from this where they sitting there trying to stop the Africans that's in Ukraine from leaving, bro. Now, of course, there could be some misinformation from somewhere, somebody using some videos from something else. But if that is in fact true, how do you feel about that, bro? So they letting like Ukrainians leave, and I guess the Africans, who I guess are
The last one.
yeah, they're not even the last ones, bro. They literally just blocking them from leaving.
But
Like
that just lets you know, like, regardless where you at, it's gonna happen. It's there. It's happening. It's like, like wherever you go, Ukraine. That's a prime example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we still battling. We battling on our own fucking turf in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, bro. Like, and I was listening on the radio this morning. I don't know which radio station it is. I forgot the dude that even runs the joint, but they was talking about how they want to have sympathy and empathy for everything that's going on over there, but you got what's going on over here in the U.S. and y'all don't even have sympathy and empathy for white people. Don't have sympathy and empathy for these cops that's killing black people. You know what I'm saying? The same shit that we dealing with as a race.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro.
Exactly.
But y'all want to jump to having sympathy and empathy with what's going on in Ukraine. Like, crazy, right?
Exactly, bro. I can't really sympathize with what y'all got going on. We've been fighting this battle for hundreds and hundreds of years, which is actually perfect because now we about to pivot to the topic, which we're gonna be talking about today. Yeah, you know the vibes, man. I'm trying to get on your vibes, showrunner vibes, man.
No, I ain't no showrunner, bro. I'm just speaking my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So today, like, we got a slew of topics to talk about, but the first one we're gonna touch on is racism, and again, this is our Black experience sessions, and these will be kind of like an ongoing thing over time. We'll bring in other people and have them talk about their piece. Just something that just popped in my mind just now, because there's like so many different, like from the young group to the old group, and just like different facets that you can talk about when you start talking about this, because it's deep. So first thing I'm gonna ask you, bro, have you ever experienced any racism in the military, outside the military, anywhere?
Ooh, we getting messy, deep type of vibes, bro. Like, what we? Ooh, man. Now, actually, I wouldn't say racism, but I would say profile. I've been profiled. This is recently, like literally, like what? Last week.
Yeah,
I was profiled, and I posted it on Facebook. Let me tell you what happened. So, as you know, I drive a black Suburban. We have a black Suburban. So it's a Premier. So, if you think of it like model wise or trim wise, the High Country in the Chevy family, the High Country is like the highest. And then right below that is the Premier. So we driving a Premier.
Wealth.
No, it's a family vehicle, bro. We got it for a good deal when COVID first hit, so it wasn't bad. But yeah, like so I pulled it. I had take it to service, pulled it in the service joint. Service advisor checked it out, whatever. He went over all the stuff that needed to get fixed with it. And then I end up going home. So fast forward like 3-4 hours later, he called me. He was like, "Okay, your vehicle's ready." And then I had to get a diagnostic on it, but he was like, "Your vehicle's ready." So I went up there. Like I said, he again told me everything that needs to get fixed. So I was like, "All right, bet." So my vehicle was in the back. So he was like, "Give me like my service advisor was like, give me like 10-15 minutes and I'll pull it around front for you, or I'll get somebody else to do it for me." So he got one of the mechanics or whatever to do it for him. The mechanic drove it around. So I didn't want him to drive my vehicle into the bay, the service bay, because obviously in the service bay, cars drive behind you. You're going to get stuck in that joint, and it was cars in front. So it's going to take forever for you to get out. So I was like, what I was going to do was I'm going to stand in front of the service bay, you know what I'm saying? Like on the side, in the sidewalk side where the bench is. And I was like, I'm going to direct him to stop just enough time so I can turn out and then I can get out on the exit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to get too far in.
Yeah.
Too far up, close to the building, going into the service bay. So he comes around, pulls it up, and I stopped him. I was like, this is me, and I had my paperwork in my hand. But I was like, this is me. I'm gonna take it right now, so you won't have to drive it in the service bay, and I'm gonna pull out to the exit, so I won't get trapped. And he was like, this your vehicle? It was a white dude. I was like, yeah, this is my vehicle. I got DV plates and everything, bro. I was like, this is my vehicle. He was like, yeah, well, I'm just I'm just a mechanic, so I'm just gonna drive it in the bay, and I'm gonna get with the service advisors so that way they can make sure this is your vehicle. I said, bro, this is my vehicle, and then I was like, this is my joint. I don't want to get stuck in the service bay. Let me get in my vehicle and I'll go out the exit. So he was like, you have any paperwork? I was like, bro, this is my paperwork right here. My name is right here. Do you want to see my registration? Do you want to see my insurance so you can match my name? Do you want to see my ID? What do you want to see? This is my vehicle, bro. I'm sitting here in life for. But as you know, like I said, it's a black Chevy, tent, Suburban, Premier. You know what I'm saying? Me being young, black, he probably thinking like, oh, yeah, that ain't his vehicle type of thing. So that's what I'm thinking in my head. Because like, why would you do that? If I just told you this is my vehicle before, and I know they protocols, he probably just following rules, but I'm letting you know I don't want to get trapped in the bay. You can pull off, right? I mean, you can stop the vehicle right here so that way I can pull off and go to the exit, bro. There's no way. You can't. I mean, it's my vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's no. I'm sure it's no rules that they have where they say, "Oh, you can't give the customer their vehicle in front of the service bay." Like, why not? Like, you can get out the vehicle and walk inside the service bay, and leave my vehicle right here. Like, what if it's what happens if the service bay is too packed? Where you gonna park the vehicle at? You're gonna have to park it outside the service bay, right?
Exactly.
So it's no. I already knew in the back of my head. I was like, "There's no way that you can't give me my vehicle right here." But anyway, like, yeah, I was pissed, bro. I had called Kia right after. I was like, man, look, this dude is wilding, man. He better give me my truck, bro. So, but yeah, I got in the truck and drove off. I was pissed, man. I was like, I'm ready to go, bro. I'm like, my name is literally right here on the paper. This is my shit. Give me my shit.
That's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
But recently, that was the recent joint. Like I said, I wouldn't say people could take it how they want to take it, but I feel like it was definitely profiled. I wouldn't say racism, but definitely profiled. But in the military, well, personally, like outside of that, like everyday living type of thing, like I haven't me personally haven't experienced it. I never had like a bad encounter. I think Kia has before, but I haven't personally. Military, I haven't personally, but I know people that have, and it's crazy because, you know, if you just think outside the box and just, you know, put yourself in certain people's situations and stuff that they're going through that they tell you about, you know, you can see it automatically. Like, you know, the most people that's in power, you know, white people, of course, and they run things their way, and if you get out of line, you know, they'll correct you. But it depends. Like, and I had this conversation too with one of my other family members about the racism or whatever that you experience in the military, and I told him, like, you know, I haven't, me personally, like, haven't experienced it, but I've heard stories, and that it's a lot, bro. And then it's a crazy thing is we are trained on these things. Like, we have classes like every quarter on these things, like EO, SHARP. EO is equal opportunity, SHARP is sexual harassment. So we have certain classes on these every quarter, and it still happens. You know what I'm saying? But that's just like the regular world. You know, we have shit that happens with police brutality and shit like that all the time, and it gets put out on Front Street on the news, and it still happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point now is like, okay, y'all not just paying us no attention. Like, y'all don't care about nothing that's going on, bro.
Right.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's wild. So that was the one. So nothing too bad in the military, nothing outside as far as experiencing racism at all.
Nah, I mean, I had some good leaders. It's just you got to get same with the judicial system and stuff like that. Like, we got to get black people in power. You know what I'm saying? Lawyers, judges, and shit like that. We got to continue to get black people in power because being in the military, I had a lot of leaders that was black. So they kind of was on the same type of mindset that I was on. And I also had a lot of white people that was in power in the leadership positions, but I never, like I said, I never experienced that. But you know, the military is very diverse, bro. It's like so many different, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's
you
true.
just never know who you run into. You might see a sergeant major that's black, and then in the next company beside you, it's a sergeant major that's Asian. You know what I'm saying? And then the next company beside you is a sergeant major that's Latino. So
Yeah.
you know, it's just like that. Like you just never know what you run into. So
Yeah. Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it. And I guess really the same goes for me as well. Like I've never had any like overt I've never experienced any overt acts of racism. Like I've never been like, oh yeah, what's up, nigga? Like you know what I'm saying? Like never no stuff like that. But I've heard stories from like my lodge brothers and, you know, other people that have actually experienced racism, like, you know, down south, Alabama, things like that, where like it's more in your face kind of. So it's just I think we grew up in a different time where a lot of that stuff kind of fell to the wayside, and actually maybe not. Maybe we just been lucky to not experience it because I believe there's people in our age range now that have 1,000% experienced racism. But like for me, I say I've experienced what I would call indirect racism. Like for example, like I'll be at work, and my supervisor, white guy, older white guy, cool, never called me out of my name, never called me boy, nothing like that. But he would walk up to me and say, "Hey man, have you heard this new Lil Wayne song? Yeah, man, it's pretty cool, man. You know the lyrics, right?" And I'm like, "Well, are you only doing this because I'm young, or are you only doing this because I'm black? Like you assume that I must know this because I'm black." That's one.
now I don't know if he be in clubs and then he'd be at concerts and shit like that. But let's be real though, because 90%, or that's a little too high, but 80% of concerts be white people. Of them hip hop concerts. If you notice, bro, it'd be white people.
But this dude like 60, bro. He like over that, bro. He an old
Don't be surprised though. I mean, they be in there, bro. They be in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go DJ. That my DJ. You just never know, bro. They be in that joint singing. They be probably catch you off guard singing Kodak. You just never know, bro.
That'd be wild. That I couldn't imagine him being up in that joint. That'd be wild to see. So then, like another one would be like when Black Panther came out. Had a dude, you know, ran to my cube, another white dude. Again, never said anything out of hand. I never thought he was racist or anything like that. But hey, man, hey, what did you think about that new Black Panther movie? I'm like, I thought that joint was great. I thought it was good. He's like, you know, I didn't really care for it too much. The special effects were kind of bad. And I'm sitting there like, what?
Okay.
Like, what's that about? Like, what? I mean, granted, maybe the special effects are bad to you, but I'm like, you didn't come to nobody else in this office. You came directly to my cube to talk to me about this. And I guess it was probably to get a reaction out of me, but it's just like, why though? You know, like it's like subtle things, not really like no outright racism. But and then like another guy, he was like, oh man, he didn't like Obama, but he could never articulate to me why he didn't like Obama.
Yeah.
It was just
Why?
like he didn't like him. Oh, matter of fact, I remember why. Because he said that, I don't like Obama because when he became president, he swore in on a Quran. And I was like, one, that's not true. Number one.
Even if he did.
Even if he did, what would be the reason? What's the problem with that? So
Why
it's
why you don't like the Quran?
Exactly. All right, what's wrong with Islam? I don't get it. I mean, like people are just wild. And then I'm trying to think of one more. Oh, then another one. Guy I worked with just a couple months, a little while ago. Every time we talk, like he uses what I call like old black vernacular, which they be like word, dog, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, why, bro? Because I know that's not the way you talk to your rest of your colleagues, bro. Why do you feel like you gotta do that with me? Like I'm just like, it's just weird, man. It's like always these subtle things that I think like. So like, even though a white person might not think that they're racist, I think subconsciously they've been programmed with some of this stuff, and that's how they talk to people because they think that that's how we communicate
with each other.
Right.
Yeah. Kia, we just had a conversation not too long ago too, and she told me about one of her one of the guys that work at her job, he's white, but like how you just said, word, dog, bruh, like
Yeah.
you know. And I think what it is that they, and I'm not you know saying that they are racist, but some of the words they use and the time that they use, like is he only talking to you like that around just you, or is he talking to you like that around people that's
1,000%.
his color and other, you know, black color, you know what I'm saying? Like
just you.
Okay.
It's just
but then
you.
I'm just like, you know, why is he doing that? But I think also a lot of white people, you know, grew up around black people, so they starts to pick up the lingo and the way that they talk and stuff like that, and then they probably feeling like because I've heard a lot of people say, oh well, he white, he grew up in the ghetto. That still doesn't give you the right to say nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't have no right. But that threw me for a loop, because I'm like, you know, because being from where I'm from, predominantly black, you know what I'm saying? Like you rarely see. I seen the most white people when I joined the military, you know what I'm saying? So being from where I'm from, you know, we used to that shit. But going into the military, and I see people from different walks of life, and they coming from areas where it's predominantly white and mixed, like with Latinos.
Yeah.
The way that they grew up, you know, and they feel like, you know, they won. Like they won. They could say whatever they want to say. They grew up in the hood, the ghetto. And I still don't understand. Just because you grew up in the ghetto and you're white, does that mean that you have the right to say nigga? You know what I'm saying?
No, bro.
That's where I was at with that. But they so immune to it. They used to it, bro. It's like comfortable for them. Like they just like they say it like so regularly. And I was like, no, bro. Like,
that's
not how it go.
That's a perfect segue, bro. You literally took the words right out of my mouth, because that's what he's about to pivot to, as far as like, how do you feel about other races saying the word nigga? Like, matter of fact, this is a good thing. We was talking about the last episode, the episode before, we was talking about Fresh Prince. I think what's the name? Bel Air. That's what it's called.
Good
and
news,
how Carlton was in the locker room, and they singing songs, and the white dude just saying nigga this, nigga that, and Will was like, hold on, bro, what? Like, that's not cool. Like, I don't care if this black dude that you know gave you a pass, bro. Don't say that in front of me. It's not cool with me. It's not cool, bro. Like, it's just, it's wild, man. Like, I honestly, in my opinion, I feel like nobody should be saying the word nigga. Not us. Not the Latinos. Not the Spanish. Not the Hispanic. Not us. Not Hispanics. Not Asians. Nobody, bro. Just because the negative connotations that come along with it, bro. It should really just be saying by nobody. Like, the reason a lot of the other races feel comfortable saying it is because we say it so loosely, so they feel like, oh, okay, like, you know, like this is like the way they talk, like this is normal, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know if they just let me reel this back, bro. I'm about to get toxic, bro. I don't know if like people are just that fucking stupid that they can't understand that it's like a culture thing. Like, we can say it, but you can't. Like, for some reason, they just can't grasp that concept. Like, we say it to each other, but you should not be addressing somebody like that. Like, if I was to call,
but we shouldn't even be calling ourselves that.
We really shouldn't.
And it's crazy too, because me and Key had the conversation. She was like, "You say nigga a lot." I was like, "I do."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, you do." I was like, "Okay, well, I'm trying my best to stop." And I normally, like, when I answer the phone or whatever, I normally just, instead of saying, "Hey, what up, nigga?" Like, I'd be like, "What's up, King?" Or like, I'll normally say King or bruh. Like, I'd say bruh more than I say nigga.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm trying to get out of it. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, like I said, like, we said that shit all the time, bro. Like, you
exactly.
It's something that you gotta train your mind to, like, get out of that. And I know most people probably be like, it's not that hard to throw that word out your head. But if you've been saying it all your life, I mean, that's like a habit, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta try to program. But I'm definitely getting better. Like I said, I don't think nobody should be saying it. And there's been numerous documentaries and shows and stuff talking about the word nigga. So people also believe the same thing. Like, nobody should be saying it.
Exactly. See, I don't know. Like, I'll sit here and be like, man, nobody should be saying it. And then, like, in the same breath, be like, yo, nigga, this drink was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard thing. Like, bruh, and like you said, bruh has kind of went into the place where I would use nigga, like, a lot of times. It's just trying to change it. But yeah, I'm definitely getting better. I don't say it nearly as much as, like, I hear other people using it. Like, I'm consciously trying to fix that. Like, anytime I'm thinking about something, like, hold on, let me try to say something else or figure out another word. But that actually brings me, bro. You killing with the segues, bro. Like, let's
Well,
so,
no, I ain't even talk about that. Well, even though I did talk about the different races and stuff, saying the word nigga, but
yeah,
something else to add is it's it's definitely to add to the whole point where you were saying nobody should say it because like I grew up, like I said, predominantly black, and then I went to you sharp, you probably familiar with Wheaton.
nah, Wheaton, Maryland.
Wheaton, Maryland, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you know that's like predominantly Hispanics, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so I worked in Wheaton Mall when I was in Sioux City, and I worked around a lot of Hispanics. And they said it so freely, bro. They were saying nigga so freely, and people saying like, you know, they put us in that same category, right? With Latino, with Hispanics being minorities and stuff. So they feel like, oh, if we on the same level, then we could do the same thing y'all do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They feeling like, oh, well, not everybody though, but I'm just speaking on the experience that I had. And they feeling like, oh, well, shoot, you know, we both minorities, so I can say nigga too. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it don't work like that. But like I said, when they brought up in that environment, I think it's kind of hard to get away from that because they say it amongst themselves. But also, right, we ain't even touch on the whole music thing. You know what I'm saying? They saying it in music, and people, and you know, they the dude on Bel Air was like, "Oh well, it's in the lyrics. I can say it."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's part of the song. But that's how people feel. Like if it's part of the song, then they could say it.
Then they can say it.
You know what I'm saying? But that's music influencing what?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's
so
our
like,
music.
If we gonna try to get mad at people for saying it, then we
Take it
gotta
out our
take
music.
it completely out of our vocabulary.
Right.
And so that way nobody says it. So that way when we react to it, it won't be like, oh, you only reacting because he's saying it. It's like, no, I'm reacting because this word is offensive across the board. Like you don't ever hear nobody saying like spick or mick or anything like that in music. Exactly. That's not like regular lingo.
Yeah.
Let's put nigga in that same category. You know what I'm saying? So that way nobody feels comfortable saying it.
But just imagine, right? So remember I told you about the concerts that's like 80% white. Imagine a little baby, the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like they rapping they raps.
Exactly.
Anybody, any black rapper, you know, rapping they raps in the concert.
Yeah.
You think them white people not saying nigga?
Exactly. Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like I don't know, but I think it definitely needs to be banned. Like you know, nobody needs to say it. You know, like it's been around for so long and it's been used so wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, so that actually, that brings me to my next point. So hold on. So at this point, we're saying no races get a pass, right? Besides us, if it is going to be used, it's only us that's getting a pass. We're saying the word nigga. So
it's
nobody else.
It's not even really a pass. It's like we need to tell ourselves, like if you talking to somebody and your homeboy saying it, like we just like, nah,
like bro, chill.
Yeah, you gotta change that up. You know what I'm saying? But it's not really a pass. We shouldn't feel comfortable
saying that.
It's saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like we shouldn't be like, oh well, we like you talking to a white dude and a Hispanic dude right beside each other. You like, I'm the only one that can say nigga. Y'all can't say nigga. Like nah, bro. Like nobody says it.
Exactly. Like we just going dead this word completely.
Deadheaded, bro. Like
right. So have you ever? I was listening to something the other day from a guy named Booker T. Coleman. Or matter of fact, have you ever watched the series called Hidden Colors?
Ooh,
you got to get hip to that, bro.
I'm thinking of Hidden Figures, the movie, but no, I haven't seen it.
It's a joint called Hidden Colors by a dude named Tariq Nasheed, and yeah, it covers a lot of like African history and just like racism, a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I can't really get into it, but we'll talk like offline about that joint. But there's a guy in there named Booker T. Coleman, and he has he did a YouTube about the origin of the word nigga. I might be able to like throw a clip in here, but I ain't trying to get flagged, so nah, maybe not. So
we can share it on Facebook.
That is true. We'll do it.
So tap into our Facebook, Real Live Podcast, or Real Live with DJ and Sean, same thing.
Yeah, actually, hold on. Let's take a segue right here. a lot of people have been asking in our like comments and messages, like, "Hey man, how y'all recording this podcast?" So we are recording this podcast currently using Riverside FM. We'll drop the link on our Facebook. Please use that link if you sign up for Riverside FM. It benefits the pod. Thank you.
Benefits the pod, bro.
Hey man. All right, so let's get back to it. Let's get back into it, bro. So originally the word nigga was not a word, more so it was like a sound according to him. So like when the Europeans first encountered the Africans, they were what they would say was nga. It was like a guttural sound, like nga, and not a word per se. And then that word inga becomes Ngozi, which I think means king or something like that in one of the African languages. And then over time, it just went from Inga to everything else to Negro to eventually nigga. And then at that point, with the ER on it, then it becomes like this toxic word. So it was a good word at first. And he explains it way back. Of course, I'm not as fluent. I'm not like the Black History correspondent. I got to get somebody on for that. But yeah, they took a good word and then made it toxic. So now we hate the word. So I think KRS-One a couple of years ago, he was saying that, oh, we should embrace the word nigga. Like we should, take it back to its original meaning the king. So when I'm saying like my nigga, I'm talking about it's a term of endearment as opposed to like, taking that negative thing away from it. But I say no. I say we still
it's been used way too long in a bad way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't agree with the whole bringing it back and then embracing it and then using it for like you're my king type of thing. Nah, bro, like no, it's too gone. It's too far gone. Just nobody say it. Let's just leave it like that. Nobody
say it. That's
like
the swastika, bro. Like the swastika, like most people when they see that swastika, like, oh, Nazis. Like I know what this is associated with, but truthfully, that symbol is actually before the Nazis misused it, it was for something completely different as well. And over time now, it's been so toxic. Now you've lost the original meaning of what that swastika meant. And it's only known for like the Nazi history. So it's just wild, man. Just like the evolution of things and how they once good things are now bad things. But yeah, man. Yeah, wild times.
That's crazy though, but I never knew that, so that's very interesting.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day, bro. As long as we work our mental, bro, and take in as much as we can. That's the best thing to do. Because I didn't know that, so that's good. That's good info.
Yeah, it was Hinduism, Buddhism, and it was a symbol of auspiciousness and good luck into the 1930s when the German party took over and made it a symbol of hatred, the Holocaust and everything that came along with that. So, yeah, I mean, regardless of what it meant at first, it's now lost, man. It's only known as associated with the Nazi party. Same thing with the word nigga. Originally, the Africans, that Inga sound was associated with something that had no negative connotations, and now over time, through slavery and everything else, it's now evolved to nigga, and now it's a toxic connotation to it. We just need to get rid of that joint, bro. Don't even try to fix it, reverse it, none of that. Let's just throw it away, bro. Just throw that joint away. So let me ask you something, bro. Have you ever heard of sundown towns before?
Bro, what the hell? No, what is that?
Oh man, bro, I'm about this joint doing class today, bro. I ain't trying to go too far, bro, because I feel like
talk to me, bro. I don't
want to lose the listeners, bro. You like with our folks, man, like you gotta turn the faucet on slowly, bro. Just let that joint trickle, bro. You throw too much knowledge at them, they be like, nah, I'm gonna just stop listening to this. I see. I'm about to say nigga just now, bro. They gonna stop listening to. But so sundown towns back, I think in the 30s up to like the 60s. I mean, it's still some to this day, but not as prevalent. Basically, sundown towns are places when the sun went down, your black ass better not be in that town, essentially, because
so it was a white town.
Yeah, it's predominantly white town, and black people generally weren't welcome in the daytime as well. But at nighttime, if you were there was a good chance that you was gonna be lynched, shot, anything else coming to you.
What state was this?
All over. It was all over.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's there's because you didn't watch Lovecraft Country, did you?
I did.
Bro, in Love, so the town that they're passing through, and I think in the beginning where that cop pulls them over, then he like kind of follows them.
When they went to the restaurant?
Yes. I'm trying to think, was it the restaurant? Well, yeah, I guess essentially, yeah, that place was a sundown town. Because
Oh yes, the cop was chasing them. They had to get
they had to get out of
past
there.
dawn or whatever.
Yes, that's literally a sundown town. That whole Green Book, which I think they actually turned it to somebody else. Like somebody else was like writing a book about towns you could go and visit and stuff like that. That's actually based on a real book called the Negro Motorist Green Book, and like it was passed around during that time. So essentially, it was like a list of towns that was safe for Black people to travel through as they like navigated the U.S. But
That's crazy, bro.
yeah, man, yeah,
We had our own path.
yeah, like certain places you just outright avoid it. Don't pass through them during daytime or nighttime, man. It's just it was just a wild time. But the wild part is there are still spots to this day that are considered sundown towns.
Do you know any?
I think it's a spot called in Maryland, actually called Rising Sun, Maryland, which I think is still considered a sundown town to this day. And I
Are you
think that's
serious?
yeah, bro. And I think that's up by Annapolis, if I'm not mistaken. Matter of fact, let me see. I'm pulling this joint right now, bro. Cecil County, Maryland, wherever that is. Elkton, Aberdeen. So yeah, up that side of town, bro. Yeah, like those places. There's probably way more. There's a list. I was looking at an article kind of like before we started, and I should have like pulled that joint in. But and we'll add it to the Facebook. Anything we miss here, we're adding to the Facebook of a list of like sundown towns that are still active to this day. Like I don't know if you ever watched what's this drink called? Antique. It's like an antique drink where like it's a couple white guys. They go knock on random people's houses and like ask them, do they have like any antiques that they can like look at and stuff like that. Have you ever seen that joint?
I think I want to say I ran across that joint. Was it on the History Channel?
Probably so, bro.
I think I might have ran across that joint a few times.
Yeah,
But,
like I never catch like an episode in its entirety. I always catch like one or two.
But look, my sister, her mom owned the antique store in Boston, and I used to go there and do the summer, for the summer
in Boston.
in Boston, yeah, bro. She had me and my nephews, we used to run through that joint, play and all that. But it was some real good collectible joints in there. Like she had an antique store, and they was doing what's the joint called, bro? When they hold up the sign and then they be like, going once, going twice. What's that joint? What's that
The
called?
auction. The
Yes,
auction.
damn.
Yeah.
They had the
Yeah.
auction for the joint like I think they did one like every week, an auction, an antique auction, bro. And that joint, it had a lot of stuff in there. I don't know where she got it from, but where she was getting the stuff from. But, and matter of fact, she still probably owned that joint. I have to ask my sister, but that joint was real antique-y, bro.
Yeah.
It was like a lot of stuff in there.
Man said antique,
Antique.
bro. But that's wild, man. That's pretty dope. So is the store not there no more?
That I don't know. I have to ask her if she still own it and if it's still up. But
Hey, bro, check in because if
it's
it is still
antique stores
active,
all over the place, though, bro.
nah. But what I'm saying is black owned. That's the only.
Black
That's what
owned.
we
That's
can,
true.
bro. So
That's true.
if it's still open, bro, let the pod know. We're gonna post it to Facebook and support that business 1,000%.
I gotta ask if it's still up.
Yeah. But what was I saying? So that show, I was just imagining like that show could never be done by black people, bro. Like, could you imagine like what would happen to those hosts when they go walk up on these white people houses, which is 90% of the people that's on these shows is like white people, older white people, open the door and say, "Hey, can we walk to your house and see if you got anything to look for, like any antiques, anything of value?" Boy, you
They
probably would
ask if
catch
they can walk through the joint.
like they pull up. Now I know it's probably not random. I know they're calling
This
these
has got to
people
be
in advance.
fixed. This has got to be
Yeah,
in
you're
advance
definitely
type
calling
of thing.
people in advance, but I mean, still though, bro, you think these people gonna be receptive to black people coming into their joint?
Not
bro?
no old white people, no.
Absolutely. I mean, like really old white people, bro. It's not like old like 40. I'm talking about like 60, 70, 80-year-old white people, bro. They not rocking at all, bro. And I was just like, it's just wild. Like there's places. Like the way we embrace white people, like I know, like you've seen it because you said you grew up in DC. Like I know you've seen like the Mormon dudes like riding through on the bikes with their little white polo shirts and stuff like that, riding through the hood.
That's who they are?
Yeah, I think they Mormons if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, I thought they was just weird people.
Nah, I'm almost sure they Mormons, bro.
And they walk in couples too sometimes.
Yeah, they do. It's always two.
With
It's
suit and
always
tie.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you say? Mormon? What are they?
I couldn't even begin to say about their religion, bro.
I always wanted to know what they was, bro, because they always used to walk around.
I mean,
like, who are they?
I think they're Christians. I think it's Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints or something like that, bro. But I ain't trying to get killed, so I will not touch.
Yeah, I'm not even, because I was about to say something, but I'm like, nah, I ain't about to do that.
Nah. But
do that.
What I was
But yeah,
saying,
it was interesting though, because where I'm from, like you said, it was like I said, it was predominantly black. So when you see them riding around in bike, it was on bikes. I've seen them a couple times on bikes, but
yeah,
when you see them walking in twos and pairs, I'll just be like, who are them people, bro? I ain't never noticed that.
But did you ever feel like you wanted to beat them up or do anything to victimize them?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that on here, bro. I just told you I had something to say, but I'm about to say that on here.
Oh, whoa. Okay, let's just walk that all the way back. The point I was trying to get at here was the way, like, those white people can come into our
It
community.
ain't had nothing to do with beating them up, but I'm just saying, like,
Speak on it, bro. Speak on it, bro.
Well, it ain't nothing bad, but it's just, I didn't know how it was going to be perceived. So I was like, growing up, like young, kid and shit. So I thought that they was like aliens, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold
I
on,
was a
bro.
kid, bro. You gotta understand. I was like a kid. I thought they was like aliens, cause like think about it. Think about it, bro.
Hey, bro. Hold
Hey, look,
on, dog.
you can't tell me like as a kid you didn't have different visions and all the time. Like it was always irregular. You always had irregular visions and stuff.
Hey, bro.
So listen to me. Listen. Tell me I'm not wrong, bro. Growing up in the hood, every day, all day, in your school, in your rec center, it's always black people.
Right.
And you see two white people walking down the street. You can't tell me them things ain't aliens, bro.
Bro, oh my God, bro. No, I didn't think they was aliens, bro. I was just like, they out of place. Like, just like, they just...
Yes, out of place. And aliens be out of place. What the fuck? Yeah, bro.
Oh, no good, bro. Not no aliens, bro.
Bro, aliens.
Like, literally, like, spaceship aliens,
bro, we be looking for the UFO type of thing.
Bro, you are wild, bro. No, I never thought they was aliens.
You gotta think,
bro.
I was like in elementary school, bro. Come on, man.
Still, though, bro. Aliens, bro. Nah, bro.
People listening gonna understand what I'm talking about. Cause it was like, bro, you can't tell me that if you in a black neighborhood, hood, hood, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like summertime, we cutting a fire hydrant on the hood.
Oh, yeah.
And you see two white people just walking down the street, them aliens, bro. They weird.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, I mean, I guess, like, and I'm thinking about it, bro. I gotta take myself out of my 28-year-old mindset and take myself back to, like, you know, my 60s.
You ain't no 20, boy. Nah, nigga, bro, you ain't no 28.
Bro, I'm gonna keep getting this line off, bro. But like, hold on, bro. I done lost track. So hold on. What I was saying was, like, the way those white people come into the neighborhood and are embraced and don't feel out of place or anything like that. Like, I literally seen them like interacting with the folks in the neighborhood. And black people have always been welcoming of other races. But the wild part
you gotta explain that, bro.
What I'm saying is, see, this is gonna be another one of them segments where I go way too far in.
Nope, it's cool. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck.
I think since historic times, it's always been to our detriment that black people have been so welcoming of other people. Like, if you look back at ancient Egypt, bro, I'm gonna take it all the way back to Kemet now. And my listeners that's hip, they got their third eye open, gonna know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna love this part. So when you go back to ancient Egypt, bro, and it was all black. For many years it was all black until later on, when we encountered these other races, we were welcoming to these other races and brought them in. And then gradually over time, that power structure started to shift from all black to now mixed race and other races. And then now look where we at. And now Africa is completely, I wouldn't say destroyed, but like it's lost a lot of things to us allowing people into our community. I guess the same thing can be said for like gentrification in a way. It's like you take this all black neighborhood, regardless of how bad it is, now that you brought these people in, now they're changing the dynamics, and now you're out of this town, and now it's no longer your city, it's no longer your community. You don't even live in this community. You can't even afford to be here no more because now we done came in and brought in these businesses and raised all the prices and jacked them up. Now you out somewhere else. But and now let me bring it back bro, because I think the problem that we have is that and this is gonna sound racist, bro, is that we need to start looking out for us first and stop trying to interact with them other folks.
We know that.
Yeah,
we preach that every day. That's not nothing new,
but
bro.
people
You
ain't,
make it seem like you saying something out of line.
Yeah,
We've
bro.
been through that.
But people ain't doing it though. That's the thing, bro.
Yeah.
People not doing it, bro.
Remember I shared that J.R. Smith joint.
Yeah. We ain't all on one accord, bro. It's like
we not.
Everybody got all these different splits based on religion or based on social status and things like that. So now, like, we have like these, we're divided amongst ourselves based on stuff that's so minute that really shouldn't matter, and we should be unified based on this right here alone, and then let everything else fall into. Dang, I didn't lost track of my thought, bro. My wife always calling messing up stuff, but like, yeah, we just need to get on one page, bro, and start moving in unison. Because right now we on like this slippery slope, and we've been on it for years of just like a steady decline. In the black community, bro, because we can't get like our marching orders correct, bro. And then it don't help that they keep killing off all our leaders in the community as well. Like, you got MLK, he get
Crab in
killed.
the barrel, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, other one dragging us down. But then you heard the analogy of that whole crab in the barrel thing. It's like, it sounds good in theory, but realistically, why is the crab in the barrel in the first place? How did the crab get in the barrel, bro?
It's been like that for years, though.
But who put us
hundreds
there?
of years?
But who put us in that cage, bro?
White people.
Exactly my point. So it always.
They saying stop saying that analogy because
right, because we're
it's making it feel like
it's making us feel like it's our fault because the crabs in the barrel thing's like, oh yeah, man, black man always trying to drag the other black man down. But hold on, you're not seeing this. You're not seeing this in its entirety, bro. It's the black man ain't dragging the other black man down for no reason. The white person put you in that position where you feel like that's the only way you can move up. So now you feel like, okay, I got to do this and that to make myself, mobile. So you got to look at them first. You got to blame them first for putting you in that predicament before you start blaming your brother or your sister in this case. So yeah, man, we went kind of, I ain't trying, again, I got to turn the faucet back down, bro. And put that joint back down to a trickle.
Hey, it's a reason why we call this joint Real Live, bro.
Yeah,
Keep
bro.
It real live.
yeah, man. But yeah, we just need to we need to start looking at our interactions a lot differently with the other races. And this ain't. And let me put it like this, bro. I'm not racist. I'm not saying anything negative against y'all, but the same way that all these other races embrace each other, the Asians look out for the Asians, the Hispanics look out for the Hispanics. We as black people need to start looking out for us first and them second. You know what I'm saying? So, oh shoot. Oh man, hold on. That's what's up. All right, man. Y'all look. We got our special guest that just joined in, man. Look, introduce yourself to the pod, bro.
Hey, y'all doing this, Doc? I know I don't man a few words, but I'm here. A little late. But you know how it go.
Nah, you good, bro. You good, bro.
Some stuff happens, bro.
Yeah, so give us your background, bro. Who are you, man? Tell me how you feeling today, bro.
I'm alright, man. I'm involved in a bit of everything, literally. And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? DJ hit me up and was like, he wanted me on a podcast, so we here.
That's what's up.
I feel like this was the right pocket for you, bro. I feel like this was the right pocket. We had a convo like not too long ago on the messenger, and I was like, bro, like your knowledge and the way you think about certain stuff is like unique, bro. So I was like, this would be a perfect episode to bring you on too. So, but look, we want you to dive in a little deeper, bro, and tell us what you do, who you are, where you from.
Well,
tell people what you do,
since
bro.
high school. Nah,
that's cool, bro. Here.
It's cool. Nah, so, like I said before, I'm Doc. I study everything, and I just try to my goal is to improve the quality of life for as many people as possible. Um, and y'all, I was listening to part of the conversation y'all was having about, Black people need to stick together, et cetera, et cetera. Like, that's the only thing I think about for real. I try not to even. I teach about, if you ever read The Art of War, you got to learn what the other side is doing, to be successful in whatever that you're trying to do if you have an opposition. So I teach about that, but I don't spend too much time on it unless there's specific questions. I'm more about just trying to teach us what to do. Because you born without an instruction manual on what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting a new video game. Like, everybody just want to hop in, grab the controller, press the buttons.
Yep.
I always been a little kid that'll grab the book out the joint, though, and start busting y'all ass from day one, because I don't like losing. I hate losing, bro. So I'm going to go ahead, grab the book. I'm going to learn all the joints. I'm going to go to the practice mode. I'm going to do all that. That's just how I operate. So it's like I take that from video games and shit to real life. So my libraries mean, you know what I'm saying, I'm constantly reading, I'm constantly gaining new perspective. And I just try to teach people as I learn so we can all, grow together.
Yeah.
Right now I'm in mostly mental health and spiritual health. I got a couple therapy, what they would call talk therapy. I don't really call it that. It'd be essentially going to church and getting counsel. You know what I'm saying? How I really think about it. So I do that. I teach guided meditation and yoga and nutrition to try to get you understanding a better connection to yourself, better connection to your body. That's mostly where I'm focused at as far as like people is concerned. Then when it comes to like business and money and that type of thing, it's a whole other side, because that's the practical version of how you get shit done in the physical world today. Yeah. So I got to teach that. And that's business, finances, and that's from the top to the bottom. So if you work minimum wage in Virginia and you only get $7.25, I fuck with you. I know how that works. And then if you make $25 an hour working at the decent little government joint, I know what you're doing. But then if you making 10 G's a month, I know what you're doing too. So it's levels,
Let me ask you something. You mentioned your library, man. What's your top 3 books on that shelf right now?
That's a good question.
Ooh.
Top 3 books on my shelf right now. And the funny thing is, bro, I said it like that, but in reality, it's not even close. So I already know. The third book I don't have to really put on camera right this second, but whoever listening could go search it up. So this was the first one.
Oh yeah.
Dark Light Consciousness, Melanin, Serving Power with Luminous Mate. Like, this is it's almost like a Bible for understanding the unseen world.
Who's the author of that one?
This is Edward Bruce Bynum, PhD.
We gotta make sure we lock these in so that way we put them on the
send for a little screenshot. That's 1. 2 is this here.
So hold up. From the first book that you just showed, what are you learning? What are you learning? What is your intake from the book that so far?
I couldn't even begin. And you say so far, I'm on time number 3 or 4 reading it. But
shit.
Like I said, it's basically a tap into the unseen world, trying to understand that. So like, people hear melanin and they think dark skin, and it's way
deeper than that.
Even white people, the whitest a white person got melanin in their system, or else they wouldn't be able to think. Your neurons and your brain and your nervous system is just full of melanin. The difference being that the further that you get away from Africoid phenotype, the less you have. And
talk to us, bro. Hey, you get getting technical, bro. I'm here. I'm trying to understand, bro. Talk to me, bro. I told you.
Let's just go like this. You got black, brown, red, yellow, white. And the further that you get away from black, the less melanin you have,
Yeah,
internal
man.
and external. So
Yeah.
the darker that your skin is, you had a greater potential for neuromelanin that allows you to think. So you think differently, like how we move around, like the joke how like white people can't dance and all that. Like it's a part of that, Not to say that they can't. Obviously, let's be realistic.
So them
I
the
mean,
ones that lack melanin, huh?
yeah, they either lack melanin or their
They don't got no rhythm.
their pineal gland is calcified, which is a whole other conversation.
Oh, see, I was just about to ask you that, bro.
See, y'all
I was
on the
about to
same
ask
level,
you
bro.
that. I'm on them vibes, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That pineal gland, that third eye right there, is very important, man. But that's like, I feel like that's a segment all in itself, bro. We can't even.
That book itself, bro. Like I could make podcast episodes off each chapter for real. Like
This is wild, man, because this serpent power they just mentioned, I was doing some studies, serpent power thing, and this came up in one of my studies of ancient Egypt.
Right.
So, it's I definitely gotta pick this up. I gotta pick this up, man.
And anybody who listening and y'all hear serpent and y'all Christians and y'all think about Lucifer, that's a whole thing.
Different thing.
When you hear serpent, just think about your spinal cord. That's all you gotta think about. Hold the spinal cord into perspective, and then at a deeper level, for the fellas out here, think about your sperm cell. Because the sperm cell, when you break it down and you look at what the sperm cell turns into, the sperm cell actually turns into your central nervous system. So it's like that's your head and your spinal cord getting a body built around it. Think about it in that way.
That's deep right there, bro.
That's heavy, bro. That's heavy, bro. What's your next book, bro? God, that's the first one.
That's the first one by far. So that's first. Second is Tim Grover, Relentless.
Okay, from good to great to unstoppable. All right, bet. Locking that in.
This book is about what he calls coolers, closers, and cleaners. So he's a sports coach, and essentially he got his claim to fame coaching Jordan.
Okay.
He coaches Jordan. He coaches D Wade, LeBron, like everybody who we know that's up there, superstar. That they know who he is, and he don't work with them at some point in time.
Oh, this is heavy. So
coolers is like your role players. Cleaners is like your kind of stars, and then you got your closers is your stars. And then you got cleaners, which is your superstars, like the Jordans and Kobe's of the world.
Yeah.
And the book is about mindset, and it's about how winners are used to winning, and the psychology behind that. So, like, you'll see somebody like a Jordan with all the money in the world, but gamble like no other. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's a thing about always wanting to progress and always wanting to get that next goal out, and you relentless towards
right?
that. And competitiveness. Just a mindset and a psychology of that whole world. And he just gives all these examples of players calling them while they injured and it's playoff time, and he's getting their mind to he got to switch their mind to even be able to perform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what that book's about.
Oh, that's dope. I got two of both of them so far. What's your last one?
I wish I could show you the book, but I think I lent it out right this second.
That's cool. What's the name of it?
See it. The name of the book is called The Way of the Superior Man.
The Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
The Way of the Superior Man. I got this one from Nipsey before he passed. He was on an interview. He was on an interview talking about it was a very influential book in terms of understanding himself, his mindsets, and how he could best maximize his masculinity to understand the world around him and to interact with people, mostly females. It gives you it's a two-sided book. On the one side, it's about mindset and as far as being a man's concerned. On the other side, it's about trying to explain to men the differences between the mindsets and emotional content of men and women. So then you as a man can understand when your woman do this or when she say this or et cetera, and then it gives you like, what she may be looking for, what she may be really asking, like. So yeah, that's a very important and influential book.
Dang, I wish I had my books down the drink. I should have known. But I'm gonna impart one book to the folks real quick, man.
For
The Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. I think is one book
Yeah.
that every person of color needs to read, because that right there will put a lot of things into perspective for you. Because once you understand the history, you understand where we're going. It's really, really good, man.
Since I don't have that cover for the other book, I'm gonna throw one out there just because you said that. So I'm gonna throw one out there just because I got the cover within the framework of like how you just said, it's Black America. Every Black person in America needs to have this book.
Uh-oh.
So maybe this should have probably been on the list for the very beginning.
Oh, hold on. What is it?
Powernomics by Claude America. Every
Yes,
Black
bro.
person in America needs to have this. Even if you don't have it, you need to.
Bro.
You writing the list down, right, Sean?
Yeah, I got it, bro.
I'm lacking though. I need to get back
nah.
I need to get on my game, bro.
Bro.
Bruh, don't even worry about it. Like, I got. Like,
Yeah, bro.
I'm lacking, bro.
It's just the thing is, bruh, questions get answers. I like to tell people that. I like to tell all my clients that good questions get good answers, bad questions get bad answers. And the better you get at asking questions, the smarter you're gonna be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man.
So look, we kicked off the episode with we was talking about COVID. So what's your thoughts on COVID? Because you practice natural immunity, right?
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on COVID? You ain't gotta bash people who got a shot, but just give us your thoughts on that.
I mean, I'll just say it like this. The science behind vaccines is a real science that should be accepted by people. People should understand that it's a real thing, and it does relatively, what they're saying that it does. The problem is the side effects. So, and if you don't get the side effect, it's actually, it's almost like a catch-22. If you don't get the side effects from getting the shot, then it may not have been as effective for you in the first place, because those symptoms is your body responding to the change. So if you don't if your body doesn't respond to the change, then you probably already, I don't want to say deadened, but like insensitive. Like it's not sensitive enough to have recognized the change and have given your body a immune response. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like I don't really see, and then especially with the mRNA thing, I'll not like.
Hold on. There you go. You back.
Okay, that's a whole conversation. But I'll just say it like this. I'll just put out the nuggets, and then people can go check it out.
Yeah.
I take something called colloidal silver.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most potent antivirals that humans know about. And if ever I feel anything, I just take some of that, and I usually just take it for.
What in the world?
Oh, he getting the phone call.
All right.
But have you heard of that, the silver joint?
Yeah, I know people who take it. I haven't taken it myself. But yeah, I know it's really good. Same thing with like black seed oil. So when I'm on my joint, I do black seed oil, cod liver oil, of course, like your multivitamins. But yeah, man. Yeah, that colloidal silver is good.
I gotta get hip to that.
Yeah, man.
Y'all putting a lot of knowledge. I gotta get hit to a lot of stuff, bro. I'm behind.
Bro, what's the vibes right here, man?
I didn't even know your library was like that, bro.
Bro, library is wild, bro. Like it's wild. I got a lot of books of that joint, bro. Like the Destruction of Black Civilization is like the top of my pyramid, but it's like a lot of books within that that a lot of people need to pick up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about black people, and like them, some people, I mean, I don't know how many at this point, it'd be kind of ignorant to believe at this point that we came here through the slave trade. Like a lot of black people believe that all of us came here like during the slave trade. We were only in Africa and just there. but that's so far from the truth, bro. Like ancient Africans were a seafaring people, which means they traveled to many different places. This is why you see all these different like influences from Africa, which we call African, in all these different places. Like there's literally pyramids here in America, you know what I'm saying? So, and there's pyramids all over the world in different places because we were there. I mean, it's, and then, I mean, if you look at, I forgot where I found this, but the way that they described, like when they first touched here in America and they saw the Native Americans, a lot of the Native Americans weren't what you would consider, like what would you envision as a Native American? There were Africans within those tribes, or just fully African tribes that they were called Native Americans. So we were here long before, long
I
before.
came back into a conversation that's a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, man.
Talk on
I
it.
don't know all of what was said so far, but that's super facts.
Oh no, I was just talking about how that some people, I don't know how many, but some people still believe to this day that we came here with the slave trade, and that was the only way the Africans got here.
Not the
But
only way. That's crazy.
that's so far from the truth. We were here long before that, and you can see it, like the influences that African culture had on the peoples here, like the pyramids that are here in America that people don't know about, you know. But yeah, we just touching on that a little bit, bro. We just touching on that a little bit.
And again, this is just another thinking point for people, a research point for people. The problem is the timeline of human existence that's accepted. So if you only think that humans only been on the planet for 4,000, 6,000 years, then it don't make sense. But once you add in the other 10,000, 100,000 of years that black people would have been on the planet, we'd have been moving around the planet way longer than that. And what happens is you get a conflated situation where you take myth stories that actually happen, and then you add fictional, or like, you know, you add fictional elements to it. You turn it into a story, and then you.
He get another call.
That might be buzzing, man.
I don't know. But you add fictional elements, and then you tell it to kids as a story so they can remember it and get like concepts from it. You get concepts of responsibility and, you know, consequences and et cetera, all telling real stories with fictional elements to keep them entertained. But the whole time they telling you your history for real.
Yeah.
Without even know, you know, without even really telling you. Then on the other side, you want to take a spiritual aspect. You got the concept of imagination and what that really means in terms of your genes and your cells having genetic memory. So you something that you may think is a imagination thing that you just imagining is really parts of your genes essentially reminding you of some shit that's already happened.
Oh,
Like,
shit, that's
like if you know what I'm saying?
boy.
So like
That's heavy.
The first book that I showed you, the Dark Light Conscious thing, it talks about how melanin as a concept has its own mind, so it like remembers everything, and that goes all the way back to the very first cell of existence. So the very first atom of existence continued to split, and you're connected to each one at each level. Now we're very extremely far removed from the first one, but that don't mean that there isn't a literal direct connection. So you literally have access to all of the information of every atom in the universe. It's just a matter of you connected to it. So your imagination and your thought processes and things that you may think are just fiction, it's like, okay, no. There's something somewhere that had essence of this, and you're recalling it.
Yeah.
The concept of it is nothing new under the sun. It already kind of happened already. It's just happening more or less again and again, like cycles, like the infinity sign.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah. We've just lost the means to connect with it.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's heavy, boy. That's heavy. That's heavy. Boy.
So look, bro. So me and Sean, bro, we've been going back and forth, bro, about this, bro.
About
Oh.
This
I feel like I'm
man,
about to lose somebody some money right quick.
no. This man, bro. Please talk to this man about Burger King.
Oh my
Talk to this
God,
man about
bro.
Arby's. And talk to this man about Cracker Barrel, bro. Please.
Hey, bro.
Please, bro. Because
Bro.
he needs some lessons real quick, bro.
Oh my God, man.
You still eat fast food in 2022?
That's what I'm
Bro,
saying, bro.
like, it's so convenient, bro. It's so convenient, bro. Like, I drop the kids off in the morning, and I'd be like, do I feel like going to home cook? Nah, let me go around this joint, go get me some Burger King real quick. They got a good breakfast sandwich, bro. It's a good breakfast sandwich.
I understand convenience, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna put it to you like this. My thing is, I try to change the thought process behind food and like how you think about it in the first place.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, for example, my son 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I called him out here right now and asked him what he wanted to eat, he probably he'd say something short like oatmeal or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's because he's been eating oatmeal since he was like 1 year old. So it's like it's a mindset thing. Like if as an adult and you've experienced so many different foods and et cetera, you just like, okay, it's lunchtime, this what you eat. It's dinner
Right.
time, this what you eat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's like as long as that mindset in your head is already going to short you as to what you could eat already. That's already one. Then on the other side, we've complicated it.
Mm.
So if you think of practically any culture outside of the United States or any westernized culture, if you think of any culture that's ever been on the face of the planet, their diet couldn't have been that extensive because it's not it's only but so much that grows and that lives around you. So it was real short. Either it was eating potatoes, you was eating rice, that was your grain, your carb source. You had a couple fruits that grew around you, had a couple vegetables, and your diet pretty much only consisted maybe like 10 different things. But because you live in America, it's like, okay, I can eat a burger today or a wrap or this, a pizza. It's so many options that we kind of get caught up in like options overload, and then it ends up being, okay, well, now we got all these options. What's the most convenient thing? What can I get for the cheapest amount that I don't have to do as much work for? Which makes sense because as humans, we have it's called energy conservation. Everything we try to do is try to expend the least amount of energy to do so as possible.
Right.
That's an ingrown human, more or less, trait.
Right.
The problem with that is, in today's world especially, the problem with that is we could use that against you and market the wrong shit to you.
Exactly.
And that's your issue right there, where you have, I don't want to call out nothing specific, but you have these fast food industries where they cut corners.
Right.
They cut corners and then you end up paying for it.
Yep.
If my meat bad, but I got a lot of it and you ate it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying?
So be it. It's on you.
And that's why I used to get kind of irritated trying to tell black people, especially, that what we should be eating instead of. But then I had to stop because I'm just like, that's
you ain't gonna listen anymore.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can't. What you eat don't make me feel like it. Just is what it is.
Trust
you
me,
vegetarian, right?
So at this point, it's closer to pescatarian if you look at it all the way out. But 90% of my meals are vegetarian. Like 95% of my meals are vegetarian.
Yeah.
I don't do like ground beef for real, like red meat. So I don't do pork at all, ham and all that.
Man.
I don't do all that.
Man.
Nah.
I'm trying to get there, boy. That bacon warm up on the weekend.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Though, bro. Like I said, good questions get good answers. So there's I won't say that you haven't, because I don't know, but I'm almost certain that there's certain questions that you haven't asked yourself, because otherwise you wouldn't touch it.
Yeah.
So
I'm already here, bro. Like, I limit it. Let me put it like this. Like, I don't eat pork nearly as much as probably like the typical person. Like, I'm consciously trying to phase it out.
Yeah.
But Man, it's something about that joint. When that joint went up on the weekend, boy, when we down there cooking, it's like, bro, I got
But you
like
gotta
it been.
understand it from a food perspective. So, y'all watch anime?
Of
Okay.
course.
So
I
you
don't.
notice there's an anime about cooking,
Oh, I've heard that joint. I haven't watched it
and I
yet
can't
though.
think of the name of it right now. But a lot of what they talk about on there is the premise of the story is you got a kid who had been running a restaurant with his dad since he was like 8, 10 years old.
Mm.
And then his dad sends him to the food college in a way, or like the food high school, and basically like the highest level chefs of the world send their kids there to learn
Mm.
and to like compete and you know what I'm saying, etc. So he isn't book taught, he's like restaurant taught, and they're
Okay.
all book taught and they've never been in a restaurant before. So
Okay.
that's what that's about. But throughout the whole thing, they're chefing up all these dishes, and it looked almost like a Master Chef episode, like the Gordon Ramsay shit. But the difference is on this one, they're talking about like, okay, like they'll go to taste it and they'll go to explain it out, like they mix glutamic acid with carbonic acid to do this and the
Oh
salts,
shoot.
and so it goes into all that. Why I brought that up in that way is because bacon and like pork in particular, the salt and fat content is what gets you,
Yeah.
and that combination, your brain is like, so think about it from a natural hunter gatherer perspective. How often in nature do you find salt and fat?
Hmm. Yeah. Not a
Your
lot.
brain is always searching for those things because they are vastly important, but in nature,
Hmm.
they're not really
Yeah.
available. So if you live in a westernized society today, salt and fat is everywhere.
Exactly.
But that is salt, fat, and sugar everywhere. So that's hitting your reward center in your brain over and over again. Your reward center, just making you more or less addicted to it.
Yeah.
So then now that it's convenient to get, it's usually the cheaper thing because they put so much into that industry to sell it to you. But
Right.
what is it doing to you?
Exactly.
Right.
So
It's killing you because you
that
overindulge now
exactly, you're
because it was
overindulging in salt, fat, and then most of our community is overweight,
sugar.
obese,
Mm-hmm.
cardiovascular disease, et cetera, et cetera.
Hmm.
So once you start asking these questions and you go down that line, there are ways to get salt and fat without bacon.
Yeah.
There are ways to get salt and fat and sugar without bacon, without refined
Mm.
sugars, without refined carbs.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to get them. It's just about opening up your palate a bit and understanding that you only need a little bit of it in the first place. You're just addicted to it from childhood, and that
Yep.
comes from Similac and formula,
Mm.
Yes.
the artificial sugars in Similac and formula,
Yep.
the
Yep.
soy that's in it, that's messing with your hormone system. That's coming from when you like a baby. So
Yeah.
then by the time you turn 30 or 20 and you got all these cravings and you like this and you need this and da 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 da, you
Hmm.
can't get away from this. You've been
Yep.
kind of getting taught that all your life. So what do
Yeah.
you kind of expect?
They setting you up for basically by that point you pre-diabetic. Now they
You a
just setting you
consumer.
up. Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
infrastructures, bro. If we can get you from a child and we can get you to have all of the prerequisites to be a consumer when you get your money,
Hmm.
we gonna do that. So
Yep.
it
The
makes
health
sense from a
industry.
business aspect.
Everybody
easy.
eats. Everybody eats. The health industry going to eat because now they're going to put you on all these medications. It's going to lock you in for the rest of your life as
I
well.
watched this joint, bro, from American Heart Association on their website. It was like an independent researcher was talking about it. They went on the American Heart Association website and they gave you example meals that you should
Mm.
eat. Mind
Yeah.
you, American Heart Association. Okay. Now on it got like all these weird like foods that you probably should never touch if you had a heart problem. So like it had all these
Mm.
fried foods on it and pork and
What?
red meat. Like it was crazy. And the researcher, it was a documentary I was watching, and it was like it was talking to one of the doctors that more or less worked in that field, and
Yeah.
they were sitting right in front of him, and they was like, "We're gonna go on the website," and they looked up the recipes and everything, and he asked the doctor while they were sitting right there if a patient walked in with heart problems, would you recommend these diets that's on the website for it? And they was like, not at all.
Wow.
So it's like it's industries, bro. Like it's not as straightforward as I see a commercial on TV that says 100% this. It is what it
Hmm.
is. Like it's not that simple,
No,
you know.
definitely not.
You know.
Definitely not. The industry is crazy. It's like even when they start talking about like the whole. I remember when they was talking about like free range chicken, like organic stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
like early on, and we was running out to buy that stuff, and they just marketed the prices. But in reality, if you look at the documentaries, it wasn't actually what that is. Like what
Yeah.
they're putting on the box is not exactly what it is. Like they were just using these little buzzwords to get people to run out and buy the stuff and pay a higher price for the exact same thing that they were getting before they tagged it with this buzzword. It's wild, man.
So what you saying about Whole Foods?
Which, well, oh no,
Cause,
well,
'Cause they got all that in
They got
there.
yeah,
good versions of shit, bro. It's just understanding the marketing lingo. So if you have
yeah,
a cage free, if you have a cage like eggs is a good example. You got
hmm,
cage free, free range, and you got the one that I buy is called pasture raised.
okay,
So you can have a cage free or free range bird that still eat corn and soy, and
hmm,
that's the biggest problem what they're eating. So if you have a
yeah,
pasture raised animal that's grazing, it's getting bugs, it's getting grass, it's getting etc. That is the not true chicken versus
okay, now
free
I'm
range
learning something.
or cage free. That could just be okay. You not in a cage that's this small.
Right, you just in a big,
You just in a bigger. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
That's what that's
exactly,
about. And then once I learned that, I was like, okay. Then I started to play that game, and
yeah,
but it's all a game, bro. But it goes
yeah,
back to my original conversation about the rule book. So you got books like Black's Law Dictionary
mm,
that talks about that shows the legal definitions of words and that type of thing. Why you have certain scholars that's like black people shouldn't call themselves black because it means dead and all of that. These are legal definitions of these words.
yeah,
So it's like if you don't learn the rule book, if you don't learn the jargon, you can watch TV all day and never know what they're even saying. Like the news, they talk
hmm,
in rhetoric. They talk in terms that if your average person heard the term, they're gonna think one thing. But a person who knows legal definitions and esoteric definitions and references and allegory, if you know those things,
yep,
whole different message.
yeah, man. That's wild, man. Because like as I'm like doing studies and looking at symbolism throughout different things, like a symbol could mean one thing now, and but that original meaning years ago was completely lost to time. It's wild, man. But that's another conversation.
So a
Like I
conversation
feel,
for another day.
yeah, bro. I feel like we need to have Doc on here, like in a recurring phase, bro, because like this is heavy, bro. But hold on, because we actually just skipped over the initial topic what we were supposed to be asking
Yeah.
about, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
Doc, have you personally experienced racism in your life?
Mm,
Once.
Once. How did that
talk
go?
Once
about it.
consciously, I would say. Once consciously. When I was in college, I won't go into it specifically, but I was in college and we were living in a dry dorm. If anybody know what that is, like you're not supposed to have
No
alcohol and all
alcohol.
that.
Hmm.
So, long story short, they ended up raiding our suite, and it was two of us on one side, and it was three roommates on the other side. And in the suite, I was the only black person,
Mm.
Mm,
and everybody had
I
things
already know
that
how
we
this about to
wasn't
go.
supposed to have,
I already know how this about to go.
but I was the only one really suspended.
Wow. Yep.
Now
Yep.
there were different variables involved in that. There was a lot of variables involved in it, but you know, if you're good at reading people, you can read like intention. You can see things on their face. You know, we're having a conversation about it, and it's supposed to be an objective conversation, but you already kind of wrote me off as like you can read
Yeah.
these things. So I ended up getting
Yep.
suspended and that type of thing, and that's kind of what put me down this pathway. it was like one of the things that opened me up to, oh wait, like there's a realistic difference in the world. You know what I'm saying? Of how people get treated and et cetera, et cetera. Because mind you, I'm coming from Southeast DC. Like we at the time I was in the '90s. There were no white people in Southeast DC. You know what I'm saying?
You just said this earlier,
wasn't
bro. I just
around
told
them.
Sean that earlier, bro.
You wasn't around and you didn't see him. From the time that I was born to college, I probably physically met all of two.
Wow.
So,
They were
bro,
mixed.
look, I don't want
Wow.
to jump you off, bro, but look. So tell me, what them people call you? Said Sean.
The Mormons to be riding the
So
bikes.
when you saw
throughout
them
DC.
two dudes walking around by themselves, all riding the bikes, bro, what did you think? If you grew up in a predominantly black area, in the hood,
You talking to me?
yes.
If I see two, what do you mean?
What like? So for example, right? When I saw them, I told him I was like, bro, I thought they was aliens, bro.
So this man.
Oh no! I'm gonna be honest with you. So the first time it was a girl at my school, and she was just a white girl at this school. So in my mind, I wasn't even. I just saw a person there. You know what I'm saying? That's a funny story too. I don't know if I want to say all that, but
Oh my god, he said she's a person there.
she was just a person. Like I just saw her as another girl. You know what I'm saying? She was relative.
Yeah.
Her best friend looked better. Whatever. So,
Hey, vibes.
but
He said the vibes.
She was cool though. Like it wasn't like she was socialized around us. So it was like she listened to all our music. She kind of talked like so. I didn't see nothing different. Then the second one, I was in middle school. It was a kid. He had red hair. It was like a whole thing. And I'm looking at bro, and I'm just like, I do have questions though. Why is your hair red? Everybody else I know hair black. Like those random little kid questions.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I didn't see nothing different until I got to college, and I was like, okay, wait. Now there's a majority of you guys, and there's not a lot of me. What's
Yeah.
going on? So then it was that cold culture shock. But as you had get in conversations, you know, and especially in academia, I was in college. It was like there's more. We're more alike than different. The problem is that we're different, and the differences are not allowed to get a spotlight to it.
Yeah.
Because once you do that, unfortunately, you see the inequities, and that's what they don't want.
Yeah.
So hold up, when you was in, go ahead.
I was
No, go ahead.
I was just going to liken it to the popular conversation now about the male female thing. Everybody wants us to be the exact same, and we're not.
Not of course.
But because you're trying to make everybody the same, you're actually making it worse.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're not maximizing what they both are actually good at. You're trying to be like, okay, well, I'm a female, I can do this. I'm a male, I can do this. No, a lot that you can't. A male can sit down and pee, but I'm not going to do that. Like,
right,
no. You
right.
know what I'm saying? There's just differences, and we need to accept those differences as is. You know what I'm saying? Female could stand up and pee, but you're going to look awkward.
Very.
Like, you
Be
can
all
do
over the
it.
floor.
You can walk around beating on your chest and lifting up 300-pound weight. You just
Right.
with your
But
body.
why?
Why? Why would
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love Jordan Peterson. He say that too. Jordan Peterson had a conversation with people. They're like, why are there no women running Fortune 500 companies? And he's just like, there's a lot of reasons for it. But the first question I'm going to ask you is, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to put 60, 70, 80, 100 hours a week on one thing and not have no work-life balance and stop everything else in your life to unilaterally focus on one thing to get to the highest level? Why would you even want to do that?
Right.
Most women don't. They don't even want that level of day-to-day responsibility. Not to say that you can't, but when it gets down to it, most of you don't. And there's more of us that think that way. More of us that'll be like, shit, I put the 80 hours in. If that mean I could go get this Corvette or, you know, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? That's just in our DNA. We want to go out and strive and be. And that's not to say that women can't. Just like the black people dance and white people can't think. There are white people that will crush me in a dance, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm perfectly fine with that. But at the same time, on an aggregate scale, the fastest person in the world is gonna be a black dude. The strongest person in the world is gonna be a black. Like it's just things
Yeah.
that just exist, and once you start breaking that down and you start saying, "Oh, this group has a very real comparative advantage. It's a
Right.
problem for the losing side."
Mm.
And we're doing that now in the reverse, to where the system that B has the technology to do certain things, and we're on the losing side and we're mad about it.
Yeah.
Instead of playing the game better, we just complain about it. We're telling the winning team to give us what we need to compete. It makes no sense.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
The wild part is we got all the right tools to become the winning team.
bro.
Man,
But you know,
that's a whole other topic.
that's
too.
a whole
all the
nother
right
topic,
tools,
bro.
we got all the money, we got all the skills, we got the numbers, we have
Mm-hmm.
the willpower, we have the know-how. It's just everybody disconnected, like how we're all sitting at our own computer screens right now having conversation. We're just
Yep.
disconnected. We're not
Exactly.
even really working together. And like I heard one of y'all mention the J.R. Smith thing.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm
DJ.
so happy that people that's on that level are having that type of conversation now.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like there's no reason why the player, if every player in the NBA left, they took all their money and just left.
Same thing I was thinking about the NFL, bro. Same thing.
Yep.
Every sport.
NFL, every
Yep.
sport.
Yeah.
There's no sport where
Facts.
we couldn't leave
Facts.
and start our own shit the next day.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
could go. We could start out using college, facilities until we
building our own
school,
gyms,
like,
building our
Yeah.
own boys
We
and
got
girls
the bread to
clubs,
do it.
building
Exactly.
youth centers and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like, he made a good point, bro. I was like,
Yep.
people don't think like that, man. People don't think like, and if everybody thought like that, bro,
No.
that's what you would just say. We'd be the winning team. We'd be the winning team.
We'd be up.
Yeah.
We'd be up.
Yeah, they just profit off of us, man. They just use our bodies and profit off of us. But
But
normally
it goes
people-
back to your conversation, though, bro. I gotta call you out a little bit.
what's up?
It goes back to that a little bit, where it goes back to the Burger King conversation.
Hey, bro, y'all gotta stop.
No, they
doing
ain't,
Burger
bro.
King. They
No,
gonna
they
sponsor
ain't.
us,
It's
bro.
a mindset, bro. I don't have an issue with Burger King. My whole thing is just the business practices. If you're gonna do it right, then do it right. Like Chick-fil-A
Are
is
they
doing
though?
it right.
Are they?
That is true.
As
Well, I
right
got
as
sick
you
last
could
time.
be. I'll say it like that. As right as you more or less could be, because if you getting, so like for example, they're using chicken. If you're using that much chicken, like it's very difficult to do that under conventional, healthy, organic means to get that
Oh,
much.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? At
Supply.
one time
Yeah.
to always fill the order. So you know what I'm saying? There's certain thing, but when it comes down to like, okay, they cook their fries in a different oil. You know, they're doing different minute changes that
Yeah.
makes it slightly healthier to eat that versus something like Five Guys.
Oh my God! Don't touch that.
You say don't touch it. They don't use refrigerators. Theirs is fresher than almost everybody.
And that's why it costs.
Yeah,
That's
but-
why it costs.
Man,
they
that
actually
joint.
use peanut oil. Versus, that's why it costs.
I love Five Guys, but boy, like I know when I eat that, like I know I'm not eating healthy. Like I know I'm about to be down for the next couple of days. I really be trying to stay away from beef because beef just make me feel different when I put that on my stomach.
Well, every time I eat Fat Guy, they got a veggie. But whatever. But it's just about like I said, individual choices. I could walk inside of a Dollar Tree and find you some healthy food. It's just about knowing what you're looking at.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
Once I figured that out, I was like, okay. Then you start taking concessions. Okay, you might not get the greatest tasting oatmeal, but it's gonna be oatmeal. You may not get the, and then you
But it's
start
hard,
making
bro.
them
It's
small
hard out here
changes.
though. Like you think about
Yeah.
it. Like, I tried to do the vegan thing, bro, but it's hard, bro. Like to find I remember I think I talked to you about that, but to find the food, bro, like it's so like you got to think about it. How are people eating
Not
vegan
hard in
food, bro?
2022.
How?
What do you mean? What do
I
you
make a
mean?
vegan dish.
How
That's
do you?
good.
Let me ask you a question. Let me just let me pose a question to you. How many edible plants are there versus how many edible animals are there?
Oh, it's way more plants. Way more
Way more
edible
plants.
plants than yeah.
Then we talk about the fact that even they are edible animals that our culture don't even eat. So we really only eat
Mm.
maybe 4 different things. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, chicken, beef,
Pork.
a type of fish,
Mm.
and pork. Right. So those are our main 4 animals. Now I can sit here and name you 40 plants that we eat on a regular basis. Even though you may not eat them on a day-to-day basis, but if I
I ain't
say
never
it,
heard
it's not
before.
going to be something
Yeah.
that you just like, oh, I ain't never heard. Right, you know what I'm saying? And then on the flip side, I could name some shit that you probably never even heard
can.
of. And the thing is, those things be the difference makers. So it's like people. I don't like the word vegan. That's another conversation. But people would start the vegan diet and people talking about how you gonna get your protein. That's the best example, easiest example to give. Where do you get your protein from without even having an understanding of what protein means? The concept of amino acids, and it's 20 some odd of them, and you need 9 of them for your diet. Like they don't know certain things about it. They just hear the word protein, they see how many grams of it is in something, and they're
Right.
like, okay, this is what I got. Versus saying there's an amino acid profile list, and you need all of them in certain amounts, and you can get that from plants. People don't even know pineapples have all of your amino acids. Pineapples. We haven't even gotten creative yet. We haven't even touched
Yeah.
beans and all that. Pineapple.
Chickpeas.
Right. Lentils.
Yeah.
All them things.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapples got all the amino acids. You can eat brown rice and beans and you get all the amino acids.
Yeah.
You can get protein content. You can get your B12. You can get your everything, vitamin D, everything from it. The problem is when you say I'm eating vegan, you're going to the store and you're buying like, and this ain't a shot at them. This is not a shot at them. I don't want them to come out and whatever. But you'll go to the store and go get like morning farm breakfast sausages and all that.
That's
I wasn't even there. How do I know?
Yeah.
Because I do like in real life. I do it in real life. I see it, and I understand the convenience. I understand the point behind it. But because you don't get it, you're actually setting yourself back.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to my man the other day, the other day, and I was like, I could show you where I spent $15, and that $15 is the equivalent of maybe 18 meals.
Whoa. You gotta let us know how you
Shit,
do
rice,
that one, bro.
rice, beans, and the vegetables
It's
not
very-
that much. So I can see that.
So even if I was just to stop there, you get a 5 pound. Just off a quick example, you can get a 3 pound bag of rice for what, $5-ish, $6-ish.
Yeah.
That's 3 pounds of rice. You're not gonna go through that in a week.
Yeah.
For most individuals, especially if you're just like a single male, especially, or a single person, female, whatever, you're not gonna go through that in like a week. So 3 pounds of rice, you go get a big thing of oatmeal, you go
breakfast.
get a big thing of whatever bean that you like. Some people like black bean, navy bean, kidney bean. There's hundreds of examples, and you can just pick 1 or 2. And I would just pick 2 just to give you a little bit of variety. You go get a pound of chickpeas, which is like $2. I've spent $10 just now, and I got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then you just go get frozen vegetables for everything else, and you're done.
Yeah.
And that's
Them
just
chickpeas torch.
That shit nasty as
like
fuck.
The food is nasty.
Yes.
That shit nasty as fuck,
chickpeas
boy.
are torch. You tripping, bro.
Somebody know how to cook. That's what it is.
Bro.
I'm gonna tell my wife go get some
chickpeas are
chickpeas and see if she like
torch.
them.
You ever
Who,
had
me?
falafel before?
You got.
I don't even know what that is, bro.
Yeah. Well, now I already know you. Bro, I was about to say, I already know you ain't had it, bro. But falafel is basically like
Torch.
mashed chickpeas. Oh my god! But see, I could be vegan.
It's a chickpea.
Look, you heard what he said, right?
Like,
You heard what he said, right?
Yes.
No. You heard what Sean just said. He said, "See, I could be
chicken, man.
vegan. Convenience, bro. See, convenience."
Bro.
Convenient. Nah, what's crazy, and I'm gonna plug myself in right quick. It's funny that we're having this version of the conversation where we mentioned falafel. So, I've been asked to do vegan dinner plates for a long time, and there's a few reasons why I didn't, but I figured out what I think is going to be the best way to go about it. And that's in that falafel type wave where everything is going to end up being like either everything's going to look like nuggets, and they're going to be just like they're going to be in nugget form, and then you just pay for more or less by the nugget, and then we had sweet potato fries. Like
I like sweet potato fries.
and falafel and like things like black bean burgers and etc. Very convenient, very quick. You can eat them like, and they usually taste good if they're made well.
Yeah.
And everybody from kids to adults eat nuggets and burgers. So it's like I'm trying to change that idea and mindset using things like falafel and black bean burgers to like have like a handheld, finger thing.
Finger foods, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It makes it way easier. Like if you have falafel mix made already, you would just be chilling. And
yes,
the convenience of having that made is like making pancakes in the morning. It's
exactly.
so simple.
If I can throw that joint in the air fryer, it's a bonus.
And you're done.
Exactly, bro. I got that air fryer's torch.
It's torch, right? I bought one. I'm getting the hang. Like once that's why I say in 2022 it's like there's almost no excuse. You got Amazon. They bought Whole Foods already. And it's not like they're not going to deliver your groceries to your house in 2-3 hours. So it's not like you can't get it. Not like you don't have access to it.
Yep.
So and then it becomes a matter of what your food list is. And then that's a thing. Then you got people like myself who do the research. Or if you want to do it yourself, that's fine. But personally, I find that most dietitians and nutritionists are stuck in the 80s. So if you ask anybody over the age of 40, 45 what it means to be a vegan, they're going to say rabbit food.
More than likely.
That's their concept. They don't have a concept outside of lettuce, carrots, salad,
right,
rice and beans, and
I just shared a post the other day. They talk about
and they
you saw it. Oh no! I shared a post the other day. Somebody said, "What do vegans eat when they get high? They go home and get a curd."
Oh my god, bro! This man is terrible, boy.
Hey, I died.
I
was like, funny. Bro, what the hell?
That's actually really
bro.
funny.
So look,
bro.
But what's crazy is I used to smoke heavy. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the midst of like when I was in the deepest part of being vegan, I was also smoking heavy. So I can actually kind of give you a real answer to this. After you've done a lot of the research and that type of thing, and you've done a lot of the changes. Every time I smoked, I wanted to eat like mangoes and pineapples.
That's fire.
And that's fire. As you research THC and that type of thing, the vitamin C that's in mangoes actually
improves your I know that.
It intensifies that joint.
Intensifies it, and it makes it last longer.
Yeah.
So, like I said, once you start answering these questions, you know what to do when shit happens. You go to sleep and you're like, I need to take my vitamin C so I could be, so it could be better. And then mangoes are torch. Anybody who doesn't eat mangoes needs their head checked. And mangoes are torch, pineapples are torch. You'll go through a thing of blueberries, and you.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Torch. Like these are just like the fact that people don't eat enough fruit is ridiculous to me.
See, but that's a dangerous game too, bro. Because now fruit is good, but there's also overindulging in that fruit as well. Which
impossible.
What, bro? Nah, there's such thing as bro. Like I went and ate like almost the whole joint of grapes in like a day, and then that's not good, bro.
Yes,
I know. What? What about the sugar content that's in the grapes? Isn't that bad for you?
No. See,
Hold on, man.
So again, this is a whole nother conversation in and of itself, but I kind of showing it down a bit. That's why I said most dietitians and nutritionists are stuck in the 80s. That's what they used to believe. They used to think
natural sugar, right?
And it didn't matter. But you find it's not even about the sugar content that's in the fruit. The fact of the matter is you have minerals that's in the fruit that stops or slows the digestion of the sugar, so you're not taking it all in at the same time. so it doesn't really matter.
So it don't hit your system the same as if you like drink a soda or something
Soda
like that.
that has no nutritional content, no mineral content,
Yeah.
it's just water and syrup. Then your body's taking all that in it too much at the same time. But when you eat fruit, the fiber content is already slowing content down. Your mineral content is slowing it down, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm learning something today. We gotta have you back on this, bro. I swear to God, we do. Because
I'm available, and
bro,
right now I'm kind of like on a podcast tour. Like I want to be.
Hey,
on
you
every
need to be, bro.
Every podcast.
They need you. We
like,
need you, bro.
Every day, because
bro,
at this point, bro, it don't even matter. Like self-preservation for me is almost out the window at this point. Like it just kind of gotta go.
Bro, this was.
It's gonna be tight though, but you know, I want to be on every podcast talking about every topic, and then when I drop my podcast, it'll be like I said, every topic, literally.
Yeah, because we ain't even really. Oh, I ain't even go through all the joints with him, but so this gonna be like a part 2. We're gonna do a part 2 to this joint, bro, with Doc on here, because this joint. Because I feel like
that's how I was in the
messenger.
Bro. I was just picking his brain, bro. But he was
Yeah,
I charge people for these services. I was like, bro, I know. Look, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. If you got knowledge, charge the knowledge.
This is what I did.
Yeah,
that's how I make the majority of my money. Have my clients. I don't take on a lot of clients at one time purposely, so I can make sure that everybody get like the good, one-on-one time.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of even trying to expand that out in different ways. I'm writing 2 books.
What else you working on?
It's a thing. Like I'm just trying to get it
everything.
Like we can have a whole podcast episode about everything that's going on right now. Like it's really bad. Like I'm really pulled in so many different directions. But for me, I feel like that's when I work the best. Where people be like, "Don't stretch yourself too thin" and that type of thing. I'm like, nah, that's
because you got a lot of stuff that you could do. Like you don't have to focus on one thing. You could do multiple things.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And the other part is they're not in isolation of each other. Like they don't all exist in their own individual bubble.
Everything flows together.
Flows into each other.
Yeah.
Nipsey called it just in business they call it vertical integration. You just having different businesses at different levels. You know what I'm saying? From seed to table.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at, man.
So drop your brand, drop the socials, so that way everybody can follow you, man.
So I just made. I'm rebranding right now. So I'll post up the new one.
Yeah.
Do consciousness everywhere. DO consciousness.
DO consciousness. All right, bet.
Everywhere. So that's Instagram. I haven't got the Facebook up yet, but my TikTok is up. I'll be on there. Snap. Everywhere else. Do consciousness, and my website should be up in the next month. For the food and for the consulting projects.
Yeah.
And as far as the other things that's going on, you just have
I think I know one of them, but I don't know how far you went with it. But music.
You might mention it. Fuck it.
See?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
He's dipping and dabbing, bro, everywhere.
Everything, boy.
I manage 2 artists right now, and we in artist development and A&R. If y'all want to go follow one, the furthest one along right now, I'm gonna plug him in. Young Temple. I think his page just got hacked recently, so he got another page. I think it's official Temp.
Okay.
And right now we're branding them to sell herbal smoking mixes.
Yeah.
So people who want to smoke and like that can't smoke weed and that type of thing. So we have like CBD cigarettes. We got like sage cigarettes, that type of thing.
Oh shit! I didn't know they had them.
Yeah,
I knew about CBD.
Yeah,
that's
so
wild.
I wasn't hip to sage until I moved down to Virginia, and they started beachfront, and they would mix sage with the CBD in a pre-roll.
Wow.
And I tried that once, and I was like, wait a second, we can smoke more than this. So that took me down this whole path bro. Where like,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I used to roll up a hemp raw sheet with weed, CBD,
Damn.
spearmint, and lavender,
What it do for you?
and go straight to sleep.
That's what it put you to sleep?
And go straight to sleep.
Whoa, I'm about to say that
Like,
lavender,
the lavender.
that drink will put
You're
you
like,
out.
you get so relaxed. Like, it's not even like a couch lock relax. Like, it's just like just a relaxed feeling. Like you kind of, it's like taking it's like taking an anti-inflammatory, like a muscle relaxant.
Yeah,
That's kind of
yeah,
what it felt like. So then I started mixing those and playing with other herbs that I know about and that type of thing and doing different mixes. And he's involved into that world, and
that's
he sells
dope.
those type of cigarettes now. And like, if y'all do the Sea Moss gel, we got that on deck. He's just building out a whole brand around the type of personality he's trying to put in his music, and we got
Yeah,
products and services attached to that. So yeah, music is definitely one of them.
What's that
Gun
about?
Club is another one. So getting black people into the 2A
See,
community.
you know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
oh
Look.
my
Called
God, now hold up, bro. No, don't start it. Don't start. No,
I know
don't go there, bro.
I
Don't do it.
was just about to plug in the social. Everybody keep
Okay, plug the social, bro.
Sean getting hyped, bro.
Because now I want, bro, because that was on the list. Like
Yeah.
literally, the 2A and black people getting more involved in that community was on the list, bro. But my God. No, don't start it, bro. Don't even go too far into it, bro.
Black Star Defense Group. Y'all can go check us out. We bringing back our programs in the springtime.
Yeah, you said it's called Black Star Defense Group.
Black Star Defense Group. It's a
Alright,
yellow
man.
circle, black words on Instagram.
Okay, bad. Yeah,
it's a
that'll
lot.
be.
I'm involved in quite a bit right now.
That's dope,
If you
man.
in
'Cause
the
I love
DMV
guns.
area, we got open mics coming up. You do poetry. We got, if you're a farmer, we about to have jobs for you to come out and like grow herbs and leaves and stuff.
I need that. I need that.
Bro, we everywhere, bro. We
Yeah.
can't play around. Like it's not enough time. Claude Anderson talks about how in 1800s we only own one half of 1% of the wealth, and we in 2022 and we only own one half of 1% of the wealth. Now, mind you, think about what that means though, because we have black millionaires and billionaires, and we still only own one half of 1% of the resources. Think of that.
Yep.
So it don't matter
Yep.
how much money you got if there isn't a black person somewhere that could offer me the service of putting my lights on. We're losing.
Exactly. Yep. We're not working together, man.
It's scaling. If because we do work together, and watch when I say this, you're gonna laugh. We'll work together, especially niggas in the hood. You'll work together in a heartbeat to flip a hoe.
Hey, bro. I can't speak on it, but I know what you're talking about.
You'll work together. Watch this though. I'll even give it to something less street or less gang related or whatever.
Yeah.
You'll work together to start a clothing line.
That is true.
You'll sell
That is
t-shirts.
true.
You'll sell hoodies. You'll sell a hat. You'll make plates on Instagram. You'll do this, right? But how many of us in our community is thinking, okay, I want to be an architect for apartment buildings? We're not thinking that. How many of us thinking about engineering new plumbing systems so we don't have to go to Pepco? Who's thinking of that?
Exactly.
Who's thinking of who's being an electrical engineer? Who's doing HVAC work? Who's doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're watching shit on TV where they're building tiny houses in people's backyards for bread.
Right.
Why we can't?
But look, I mean, so
like that?
I know probably one of the other topics was how do you feel about the black businesses and stuff like that. All right, so see, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Hold on, bro.
Oh,
we
my
can't do it, bro. We
God.
can't do it, bro. We can't do
Man.
it.
This episode would be 5 hours long.
Bro, we gotta bring Doc back on the drink. We gotta bring Doc back on the drink because when he starts touching on the
That's all
2A
you care
community
about, bro.
and then the businesses, the businesses, because the support black businesses was on the list too. But I was trying to tailor it, and I'm like, nah, I can't ask this because
5
I
hours,
know
bro.
this drink can go like way. Like, bro,
He's
'cause,
definitely in the
we
pocket,
on the
bro.
vibes right now. But like, bro, like this was a very, very dope, insightful conversation, man. And I think we
Surface,
only
bro.
touched like the surface. Like we could go.
We can go.
We can go, bro. Like this is the joint. We could lock in on this joint, bro, for sure. But yeah, bro, we gotta cut it. We gotta cut this joint. Yeah, we gotta cut this joint. But yeah, man, I want to thank you
Definitely,
again,
bro,
man,
definitely.
for coming out, sitting down with us.
I told you I had the
bro,
right
man,
one,
'cause
bro. I told you I
was
said I got the
dope,
right
man.
one,
A lot
bro.
of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of
bro.
people gonna learn from this. Bro.
Definitely.
Like this is like the
Pen and paper
classroom
type episode.
of episode 4. Like, and you gotta get your notebooks out because this was a lot, bro. You gotta listen to this like 2 and loop it back around and make sure you ain't miss nothing, bro. This was heavy, man. But I guess we will drop the socials one more. Now we already dropped the socials. We got that. We're posting on the Facebook. All right, man. Thanks for tuning in with Real Live Podcast with
Guest
DJ
starring
and
Doc.
Sean. You reached the end of the episode. See you in the next one.